Good morning, Candy. How are you?
Good morning, Akira. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So my first question for you is, what do you do as the director of communications at Visit Lake Charles?
So I lead all of our communication efforts, and that includes managing our local media relations, interacting with our partners and stakeholders, and really just getting our story out there through various mediums, right? So that could be TV, that could be print, and that could be digital. And I also handle some of our Just Imagine SWLA marketing and communications plan. That's our 50-year resilience master plan that we're working here in the community to enhance our community for the future.
So why should people go visit Lake Charles?
Because it's the best city in all of Louisiana. It's the best city in the world. Or maybe I'm a little biased, but no, in all reality, Southwest Louisiana is very unique. It has a Cajun personality with the Texas flair. Obviously, you guys are our neighbors. And really, we have a variety of attractions and natural beauty to offer. We have the Creole Nature Trail, and our culinary scene is phenomenal. I mean, sometimes we have like a Tex-Mex, Mexican, Cajun mix, and then of course you have the traditional Cajun Creole down home cooking. Anything that you can think of, you can try here. We even have a boudin trail, so you can come
Ooh,
on and try that as well.
okay. So how is your current job different from your previous jobs?
So, as a former multimedia journalist, most recently at KXAN in Austin, it's obviously different because I'm not on TV every day, but there are a lot of similarities because I still get to be a storyteller. The only difference now is I'm simply focused on telling the Visit Lake Charles story. And so for me, it's been such an amazing opportunity to honestly, Akira, get to be Southwest Louisiana's biggest cheerleader.
So what do you hope to achieve in your career?
Right now, I'm focused on telling our Visit Lake Charles story and making sure that people like you and your peers understand what it is that tourism does. What tourism does, not just for the community, but for the economy, right? Because it leads to more job and it enhances our community overall when tourism is at play. And so really for me, I just want people to understand what tourism does, what people like me in a building like this do, and really just learn and get to understand Visit Lake Charles' story.
Okay. And you talked about telling other people's stories. Why is telling other people's stories important to you?
I love people. I love people. I feel like sometimes when you think about a place, it's not the place that makes it, it's the people. And so for me, Southwest Louisiana is so unique because it doesn't matter where you go. There is always someone willing to help you. There is always someone ready to greet you with a smile. If you need a hug, there are people ready to give you a hug. That Southern hospitality is so embedded in our community here in Southwest Louisiana. And for me, that was one of the biggest reasons why I decided to come back to Lake Charles.
As the director of communications at Visit Lake Charles, what are some of your favorite things to do in Lake Charles?
So many, Akira. You're just gonna have to come for a weekend and we can hang out. But it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. I mean, if I want to go out, have fun, and hang out with friends, maybe we're going to a local restaurant like Luna's or Pujo or the Terrace or Area 337. It just depends on what cuisine I'm in the mood for. Uh, we can go do that. Or maybe I want to go like play like if I was a kid and no one can tell me no. Well, Lake Area Adventures here in town offers that for adults. It's a facility that has a lot of fun stuff for you to do, a lot of bouncing, a lot of video games. And they have an adult night on Saturday. So that's something that I like to do. There's also Game to Life. They have axe throwing, laser tag, all those fun things. But sometimes, listen, I just need to get out and I want to get out and just be one with nature. So, of course, you have the lakefront, which is amazing. And we have a lot of development coming to the lakefront that I think a lot of people would like. I don't know if you've seen, but we have a little building next door called Port Wonder, and that's going to house the Children's Museum and a Nature and Science Center that is going to be overseen by the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. And so that's going to be super cool. There's going to be an aquarium in there and lots of fun stuff to do. And then we're also getting a Crying Eagle Brewing is opening its second location on the lakefront. So that's going to be so much fun. But if I just want to get outside, we have the beach, we have the lake. You can get on a boat, go sailing, you can go get on a kayak if you have one, launch it, go do your thing. I know some folks in town are working on creating some opportunities for folks who may not have a kayak to do it. So that is in the works as well. And then if I want to just be one and see some of the wildlife that we have to offer, because we have a bunch of beautiful birds, alligators, of course, fish, you can go to the Krill Nature Trail and just walk. I mean, that's 180 miles. So if you're ever down to go for that drive, let me know. We'll go do it.
Is there anything you'd like to add about your career or your job at Visit Lake Charles?
I just invite everyone to come visit us. Stop by here at the Tourism Bureau. We'd be more than happy to guide you, give you some tips on where to go. If you're looking for Cajun food, I can tell you where to go. If you're looking to get outdoors and maybe go crabbing, I can tell you the perfect spot to get as many crabs as possible. If you're simply looking to just hang out, maybe relax, have a drink or two, I can show you that as well. Anything that you can think of, I can show you where to go right here in Southwest Louisiana.
Well, thank you so much, Candy. It was such a pleasure seeing you and interviewing you again.
Akira, likewise. Thank you so much for inviting me.